What's going on, everybody? I'm pro singer David Braley, singer-entertainer with more than 20 years experience performing on stages all over the world, and today we are checking out something we've already checked out. This is Otto's Tot Musica, however, this one is live. Here we go. Yes. All right. Yes. Oh, so good. Let's stop there. Man, Hiroyuko Sawano definitely at it again with that epic, with those drums. You could feel those heavy, heavy drums in there. This live version is fantastic. Her voice, I mean, she's got a band somewhere up on that stage, so you got a couple live instruments playing. You could hear it stand out. So the whole song just stands out a little bit heavier. She has a drum kit, and he's really sitting on that bass drum, which is Sawano's signature drums. Really, he really loves almost tribal like drums. Vocally, she sounds superb right off the recording, but with more raw intention, because when she performs live, it doesn't feel as if she uses as much production. She doesn't use processing. You know, she's singing it live. She's allowing it to be raw, and she's allowing it to be her, and you could feel it. You know, it's more guttural, this entire song. It's more oomph. There's much more oomph live than there is. Don't get me wrong. The recorded version is amazing. And what they do with the processing and what they do with her voice is incredible. It sounds fantastic. It fits everything that's necessary. But in this version, I like the fact that it isn't over-processed. There's no pitch correction on here. She's belting her face out. She's really using that rasp in her voice. She's really using that growl, that vocal fry. Lots and lots and lots of support coming from this, because she's going so light and then just taking a quick catch breath and really letting out some really big notes. Like, listen to how it starts off. She doesn't get anything. We're at 132. She doesn't get really much of anything as it comes to key, but then all of a sudden the opening numbers, the da da ba ba da ba ba ba. Like, that's out of nowhere, and you got to find your placement. That's quite high, and it really sounds just so guttural and so raw. I love that. I love that about this, is that it's a lot more raw. Of course, in her own fashion, sounding fantastic, but also her stage performance. You see, she's on stage. She doesn't show her face, her identity. She's always backlit, which is a very cool artistic sort of way of taking things. Really gives you that sense of stage theater. Really, more than just a concert. You know, you're seeing an entire spectacle. I could go on and on. If you've heard this before, you feel free to fast forward. But if you've not, how all of this works, all of this works on stage. So everything is running on stage. You see the cage moving up and down. The lights are going crazy. Got all this fog on stage. The LED screens in the background. How does it all sync up together? How does it work together tandemly to create such an amazing performance? It's called a time code. Everything is attached to what's called a time code, and it's literally from 0 till the end of the song. It just runs minutes, seconds, milliseconds, and even further down. And everything is tied into that. When the cage moves, when it goes up, when it comes down, it's tied into a specific cue on that time code. So say you want it to come up at 1 minute and 41 seconds, you go in, you program that one movement, the one movement of the cage going up or down at 1 minute and 41. You want it to move right at 1 minute and 42. That's a separate cue. You've got to go in and separate those cues and make it at 1 minute and 42. It's a tedious, difficult process that these technicians go through to put this entire spectacle together. So I don't want to understate how difficult it is for these big types of stage productions to come together, and how much work it takes from so many different people. I always say this at the end of a show when I'm talking about the techs, is that as a singer, as a performer, we come out here, we take our bow, and we take all the credit. But if it wasn't for the fantastic men and women that work behind the stages, you wouldn't be able to see or hear us, and that's just no fun. And it's a true story, especially with something that's intricate as this performance here. Yes. Those drums. Hear that? The Sawano drums. Oh, wow. Yes. Yes. Oh. Yes. Yes. Yes, that's difficult to do. That's difficult. That place, because it's two separate placements. She's got nice, like right in her head, and then all of a sudden she comes out with big belt. That was really, really nice. It sounds a little nitpicky, but when little things like that stand out to me, I just enjoy them so much, because I know that it's difficult, and I know you're doing it for an artistic reason, and you have an intention behind it, and it works so well. Listen. There it is. So good. Oh, wow. She gave it her all in that song. What a cool song. So good. The ending, the whole, she put her whole heart, her whole soul, her whole being into that performance. And you could tell. One of the great things that I see on her is her stage presence, because she is backlit, and because she doesn't have, she's not showing her face. There's a piece. When you're not showing your face and those emotions, there's a piece of you that's kind of missing. So you got to make up for that, your embodiment. And she really widens her base. She really, really gets down. You see her all the way to the ground, literally squatting down we call it in the gym, you call it ass to grass. When your butt is touching the floor, you're squatted that much. But when you're a singer and you squat down like that, that really can help a lot of that energy coming up for those big notes. And you see her do it all the time. She'll take her mic and she'll really like hunker down when she's screaming some really big notes. And that's all stylistically as well as stage performance that helps out, man. That helps out grounding you, that air, the channel, the intention behind it helps everything out, helps everything come out safely, come out forward, which is everything she's doing. It's just fantastic. I really enjoy her stuff. Just a lot of fun to listen to. Guys, I had a great time with that tune. I hope you did too. Second time listening to it, still as good as the first. So different from the recording, but all in good ways. Both of them are phenomenal in their own right. This was a little bit more fun for me just because I love live entertainment, so I can't complain about it at all. Guys, I had a fantastic time. I hope you did too. Until next time, I'll catch you all on the flippity flop. Bye.